All right. Good afternoon, or well, evening, folks. We have moved our SITREP time to Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time to make it a little bit more easy for some of our followers to be able to tune in. Tonight, we got a pretty exciting recap of Zoran, Brian, and his 68 Camaro and their trip to the Ultimate Streetcar Association event out in Charlotte. So, looking forward to hearing about that. A couple exciting things for us here at OSS is our first event coming up on April 10th at Clarksville Speedway for round one of Clarksville Autocross. We're excited about this 7 event series throughout the year, and it should be a great time. Another big thing we want to bring up this year, well, for this week, is the fact that we are now part of Team Redline Oil. You can see in the back here, we've gotten our first shipment in, and we're going to be running exclusively Redline fluids in all of our cars for the operational groups this year. We're excited to be part of the Redline team and look forward to seeing what we can accomplish together this year, which includes a trip to UMI's King of the Mountain, among some other events with Good Guys Rod and Custom Association, as well as the Ultimate Streetcar Association. So be on the lookout for that this year. We're really excited to be able to have that team that we're part of. At this point, Brian, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey, not too bad, Josh. Thanks for having me.
Good, man. Good. It's always a pleasure. So, USCA Charlotte, man, you were able to hit the high banks of Charlotte and run the Roval. How was that?
Man, I'll tell you what. You watch NASCAR, and if you've watched NASCAR for any amount of time, whether you used to or just now new to it or whatever the case, if you've watched an event at Charlotte, if you've never noticed, in May when they run out there, pay attention to how those cars bounce around on that track, and particularly in the banking, because that thing is rough, a lot rougher than I anticipated, and the cars, they bounce, and it's if you're not used to it, it can be a little hair raising.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. My first time on a banking was at the Nashville Fairground Speedway. It was back in 2013 with the American Streetcar Series. They had set us up. We did kind of a little roval thing through the little infield course they got there, and then we pulled up onto the banking and were able to run about a half a lap around that place. And I got a little loose coming out of turn 4 on one of my laps, and I'll tell you right now, it's a totally different experience on banking. It is rough, and it will, if you're not prepared for it, it'll definitely rattle the nerves.
Well, yeah, I mean it. I I knew the car wasn't going anywhere. I knew, NASCAR guys, they run around there about 190 miles per hour. I knew there wasn't going to be an issue, but it still gave me this feeling that I felt like the car could bounce and spin out, or even though, it wasn't bouncing. It was just the suspension was compressing at a rapid pace. But it, it, uh, it it almost made me feel like I was going to shoot out of the track, man. It was a little hair raising, like I said.
That's awesome though, man. It's definitely new. I mean, would you do it again?
Tomorrow.
See, that's the good thing, man. That's the
Yeah.
good thing.
And I've got to get more comfortable at my, with my um, confidence level at road course, and particularly that banking and stuff, because a lot of those guys have been on that sort of banking before, and I'd never been on it. And so, as you build confidence, you're going to go a little bit faster and faster and faster, and eventually I'll get there.
No, that's good stuff, man. I'll tell you, I have never ran one of the Ultimate Streetcar Association events. That is on the list of things to do, and um, it was a lot of fun watching you out there this weekend. I mean, or what was it? Last weekend, excuse me.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun watching you out there, man. The updates and everything. It looks like it was a ton of seat time, but also time in between to just hang out with folks and kind of be with people you care about and want to be around.
Absolutely, it was. I mean, we had. I can go down and kind of give you the rundown of each day, but we got 8 autocross laps. No, I take that back. We got 15 autocross laps. I got 7. No, 8 speed stop laps. and we got about an hour and 10 minutes of track time.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's solid, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We got, so we got there, checked in on Friday and everything, and then went through tech and all of that. And it's pretty cool. You got to put all your gear on, all your safety gear, Hans, suit, race suit, Hans, helmet, gloves. You got to have your shoes on, the whole nine. You get strapped in your car, and I don't know if this is new this year or not, but you get strapped in and doors closed, and they're like, okay, hands on the steering wheel like you're driving. So you're sitting like this, and they're like, fire, and you got 12 seconds to get out of the car.
Wow. Okay.
So, um, so did that and went through tech and everything, got all our stickers and all that on. And then that evening, or that late afternoon, I guess it was more evening, we got out on the track and orientation laps, and it was highway speeds, if you were speeding on the highway. And I probably hit 100 there a little bit, but so we run around there probably 20 minutes or so. And then that was it for the day. Came back on Saturday, and right out of the gate it was raining, and we started about 9 o'clock with the autocross, and which kind of sucked. I don't like running in the rain, but you got 8 runs in the morning, and of course they were all wet, and I think my best was, I don't know, 33 seconds or something like that, and I don't even know where that put me at for that for the morning session. It quit raining, and it was all dried up by because we were the first group out the gate, so that meant we were the first group after lunch, so it was all dried up, and I was able to go out and put down a respectable time of 29.718, which was good enough for 7th in the GTV class.
God, that's solid, man. There's some heavy hitters.
Yeah, I looking at the so the top 2 were in the 28s, I think like mid 28s, maybe, and then the next 7 of us, so 3 through 9, were all in the 29s. So just to kind of give you an idea of how close it was.
That's solid, man. To be able to pull off 7th, I mean, that's especially your first time out there.
Yeah. So, in between that, we did design and engineering. So when I came off the course, when I ran my 8 laps, I came off and went over to design and engineering, and that's something I'd never done before. And you've got to have, everything's supposed to be functioning. You get a points for everything: lights, turn signals, brake lights, reverse lights, hazard lights, horn, a dome light. Your air's got to blow, whether it's not necessarily air conditioned, but something's got to come out of the vents. They look at radio, all your interior, audio and stuff like that. So, and well, actually, they look at all the lights and stuff during tech. The only thing that I was missing was a horn, and I lost 4 points just because I don't have a horn. But we're gonna remedy that problem. And then so then when you go through D&E, you've got 4 minutes to talk to 3 judges about your car, and you really want to highlight some of the cool things that you did. And I did pretty well on the D&E. I could have done a lot better, but it's a total of 100 points. So I think I got like each of these different sections that they have it broken down are good for up to 10 points. And I had one section that I only got like just over 2 points in. And that was my trunk. Because my trunk looks like junk.
You got some junk in the trunk?
No, I got a junky trunk. There's a difference. There was nothing in it. But it's so in my trunk on the one side is I got a battery mounted, and then on the opposite side I've got the ACU sump, and some other lines, vent lines going through the floorboard or the trunk pan. Then I've got an amp mounted in there, and there's nothing else. And what's on the floor is Dynamat. There's no carpet. It's nothing. It's terrible looking, and that's something else that I will remedy before October. So I won't lose points there. I mean, I may not get a 10, but I won't get a 2 either. If I can stay around six or 7, I'll be all right. So, anyway, I'm not even sure where I finished on D&E, but I basically gave up 8 points. I think between not having a horn and that trunk, I gave up 8 points. That would have in D&E. I think that would have moved me up, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 spots. So anyway, so that was then after 8 more runs in the afternoon, or 7, we went out on and did the qualifying. So we got, I think it was 30 minutes of track time to go out and qualify. And they sent us out in 2 groups, and they just said, hey, go out there and lay down the best lap you can, or get something respectable. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put you in 3 groups. And I think there were 66 of us, and so they're going to start. And they said, all right, the top 22 or the top third, you'll be the fastest group. The middle third, you'll be the middle group, and the bottom third, you'll be the slow group. And so I knew where I was going to be. I knew I would be in the slow group. And so no surprise there. It was just a matter of where would I be in the slow group. So out of 22 of us in the slow group, and this was mixed. This wasn't GTV. It was everybody. Yeah. I mean, I was out there with C7s and everything. And out of that group, I was 11th. So middle of the pack. And so then the next day on Sunday, we got up and we ran 4 speed stop laps, and then we got a morning session on the track with about 20 minutes on the big track. I did improve to 9th in my group. I had a top fast speed of 1 minute and 49 seconds on a 2.2 something mile track.
Yeah.
Not great, but I think like I say, I was 11th. I think that's where I ended up, was 11th overall. At one point I was 9th, but good learning experience. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot about that track, a lot about the car, and everything. So, but I will tell you, the car handled phenomenal all weekend, man, and it's really a big thanks to those Viking Performance shocks, those Crusader triple adjustables. I set them things, and I really didn't have to mess with them all weekend.
That's
and
good,
I just kind
man.
of set them in the middle of the road setting, and they performed really, really well.
Nice.
Yeah. And then so that was the morning of Sunday morning, and Sunday afternoon we went out and did 4 more of the speed stop laps. I managed to put down a time of 14.016. My best run was in the morning, and that was good for 10th. And the top spot was 1.02 seconds faster than me.
Okay.
So in the GTV class, and that was Joe Gregory and his sick little vet.
Oh, that thing's insane, man. That thing's fast.
Yeah, and he can drive. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's a he's a better driver than I am. So, but that was good for 10th in a GTV class. And then the afternoon we went out and ran another session, about 20 minutes. So I ended up out of about 60 or 62 drivers, 66 drivers, something like that. I ended up with, out of a possible, I think, 500 points, I ended up with 343 points. You get points based on where you finish in each event. And it was good for 45th overall for my first Optima event.
That's good, man. I mean, first out the gate, you've never done it before. I mean, road course is a learning experience. D&E is a learning experience. I mean, there's a ton of things that you can take away from that and improve
And
upon.
speed stop is not as easy as you think. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah.
You know, you really learn how quickly your car can stop and how quickly, you know, all right, how late can I brake, and then boom, and get it to, you know.
So, you know what's interesting about that speed stop is I've done it in the third gen behind me here, the M86, and I've also done it in the fifth gen I used to race. It was a 2012 fifth gen, and I had that thing set up with full suspension, running a really aggressive pad, had a set of forge lane wheels on it, and it ran really well. It was a very competitive car. But what's interesting, what I found about it's locking the front tires up on the speed stop on the third gen and going into ice mode in a fifth gen with ABS feels exactly the same. You're not stopping and you're blowing right through them cones.
Yeah, I blew through a little bit. In fact, I need to upload my video that I made to YouTube, and then I can share that out. I made it over last week, and then I had a pretty busy weekend. I didn't think anything about it, but I need to get that uploaded. Because the cool part is on one of them, I think you saw it, you can see a lot of OSS stickers. So
yeah.
But no, it was a really cool event. The people are tremendous. I didn't meet anybody that, you know, I didn't really like. You know, Adam Hanna, the registrar for Optima, for the USCA, was really cool. He was easy to deal with. And what's that guy? Chris Cornwell. He said, "Hey, they call me Corn." I think is what he said. So he was doing the tech and stuff. Him and another gentleman, just nice guy. And then you know, what they call him, Silent Bob. He was running all over the place. Jimmy Day was really easy to deal with. You know, nice guy. When you're there, if you're a first time participant there, they have a first timer award, and it depends on how well you finish. And that portion is sponsored by TCI. Was engineering or suspension or whatever, total cost involved.
Oh yeah, those are some good guys.
And they give you your entry fee back. That's what you win. So I knew a few people said, "Hey man, you got a good chance of winning," and I think you're right up there. Unfortunately, I did not win it. The guy that won it, I can't complain or can't argue, excuse me, with their selection. This guy is from New Mexico, and his first year he has signed up for all 6 events.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's going from New Mexico to Charlotte. We went to Charlotte. He's going to go to VIR. He's going to go to California. He's going to go to Utah. He's going to Portland, and he's going to Road America.
I'll tell you, that's jumping head first. I can throw some applause out to that. That's awesome.
You know what I mean? The amount of miles he's going to drive this year is going to be ridiculous. So,
oh yeah.
Hey, you can have it. You know what I mean?
Both on track and off, man. That's a serious schedule right there.
Yeah. So, but I did win. So they've got a tradition. I know you saw it, but they have a tradition on the Sunday morning of the event. I think her name is Sarosha Day, Jimmy's wife, makes some cookies, and I should have brought them in with me. I'm not going to eat them. I'm going to keep them. They're really cool. They're probably about a 3-inch by 3-inch or something like that. And they're sugar cookies, but they've got a white frosting on them. In fact, mine behind the frosting has a big number 1 on it. But then on top, the frosting is the Summit Racing logo, which is a big sponsor of the series. And then the road track she had written those on there as well in icing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so really cool. Tom Farrington said they're really good cookies. He said somebody last year before last, somebody left his in the trailer, and about 2 weeks later he found them and he ate them, and he said 2 weeks later he said they were still good. So.
Hey man, 2 weeks, it's all good.
Yeah, if you're hungry, it's not 2 weeks is nothing. But no, it was an awesome event. I'm definitely going to do it again because I'm signed up for the VIR event. Really looking forward to that. Luckily, both of these were only 3 hours, less than 3 hours from my house. So it's really looking forward to it. And I'll tell you, thanks to OSS, for being able to get parts from OSS, and to I-95 Muscle. Check these guys out if you're watching, i95muscle.com. And they helped me with the registration fee. I'm hoping they do it again, but we'll see.
Adam Benaway's posting up he says we're going to get you right for VAR.
Yeah, Adam runs a lot up there. We're going to get some track day between him and Mills Robinson. I should know what the heck's going on up there with that course. I'm hoping to be able to, when I roll in there, I'm going to know exactly what my car can do on every turn. And, if I can't run as fast as possible on that turn, then I'm at the limit. I'm hoping to be at the limits of my car. So we'll see. I know Adam's been helpful. I'm still waiting to see if Adam might come out to Clarksville with me in 2 weeks.
Oh, right on.
I haven't gotten an answer yet on that one. So
I'll tell you, this Clarksville Autocross is going to be a great time, man. We're excited about the first event of the season. The course isn't a very big course, but it's a pretty quick course, and we make it challenging. It's a lot of fun, and what's neat about it is we'll get some of the drifters that come out, and we leave a couple spots open, so if they want to hang it out, they can. But it's an autocross and it's a technical course, and it'll definitely be a good time, man. We've got some really cool folks that come out with. We got a Nissan club here in town. Guys like Joey Foster and his little Datsun 210. That thing is a beast. He's running little 13-inch tires on that thing, and he took 4th overall at our last event last year and 2nd place in the rear-wheel drive class behind Brian Dixon and that screaming blue Firebird. So it's really neat to watch him run. And then our local chapter, the All-American Camaro Firebird Association, they all come out, and it's a blast to see them get after it. And we've had everything. We've had everything from a Nissan hard body truck to a V8 swapped S10 to there's Jeff Mackin's posting up talking about Joey's car. He's got a V6 in it now, a little more power. But we've had everything from, the Nissan hard body trucks. We've got, we had a guy in a Dodge Dakota RT, or not a Dakota, but a Durango RT getting after it last year. Couple C10s. One was a Detroit Speed equipped C10. And then we even had a guy show up in an R32 Nissan, a GTR, and that was neat. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, can you help me get around the track?" So I'm like, "Only if I can ride with you." It was neat, man. It's a little weird sitting in the left seat when you're not the driver.
Yeah, right. I bet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeff Mackins. He's got a really interesting car here. It's I don't know the details on what it is, but basically he calls it the Cappuccino, and it is a little car from Japan. And it is smaller than a Miata, if you could believe that. And he is running, I think it's an LFX GM Ecotec, Turbo Ecotec, and making somewhere north of 400 horsepower. This thing is a little demon, and we're hoping to see that thing out on the track this year.
Yeah, that's 2.4 liter.
Yeah. It's a screamer. Lot of really awesome work put into that car. So yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff coming, and it's exciting. Having you guys out here is going to make it that much better. Just bringing in people from all places. we're trying to have a nice community here, and I think it's exciting to see where that's going and how that community is kind of shaping and taking hold.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to coming out running on the installation. Maybe with some, hopefully they got the Apaches close in the background and some cool pictures. But
Yeah.
looking forward to giving back to the troops on that one, and hopefully get a good turnout. Get some local guys come out with their cars, and some guys want to come out and do some ride-alongs and stuff. Worst case, we going to get some seat time.
Yeah, for sure. It's what's gonna be cool about this whole deal too is I talked to Braden. For those of you that don't know, Braden is another member of the OSS team, and he should be able to make it out for that event. He's still finalizing details, but it'll be the first time in quite a while that we've had the entire OSS team co-located in one place. As you know, Brian's out in North Carolina, Braden's out in Washington State, and then Audrey and I are here in Tennessee. So that'll be a cool thing. See everybody together and be able to get after it, and put on a great show.
We'll have to get a massive company photo.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great one. Company comp trip to good old Clarksville.
Hey, don't forget, we need to spread the word that we have OSS shirts that we'll be selling.
Oh yeah, are you modeling one right now?
I can go get one if you'd like.
Oh no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we got fresh OSS shirts to shoot.
I'm modeling the trophy husband shirt.
Trophy husband. I'll let Tanya be the decider on that one.
She bought it for me. She decided.
All right, then you know what? Then right on. So yeah, we've got OSS shirts. We're gonna have there. We're also gonna have a new run of Clarksville Autocross shirts. So courtesy of Battleborn Printing, local shop here in Clarksville. They got a couple different things that are working out. Battleborn powder coating, good friends of ours. They do some really amazing powder coating work, based out of Clarksville, Tennessee. And then they opened up Battleborn Printing Press. And so they are sponsoring us some t-shirts this year that we're going to have at the track for sale for the Clarksville Autocross itself. And then we'll have the OSS shirts as well. So you'll be able to get any and all of your apparel. We'll have a booth set up and kind of putting on display some of the things that we can offer. One of the big things being our wheel offerings. We are, a direct authorized dealer for Weld, Ford Star, CCW, ADV1, and Momo wheels. And surprisingly, there are a lot of wheels in stock that will direct fit a lot of different vehicles. If it's a late model Mustang, Challenger, Camaro, we've probably got something for you. So a lot of good stuff that route.
Hey, do you need me to bring one of these F-14s, or do you have one for display?
I think we got some here. Oh yeah, Tim Gordon's bringing up hats. We definitely do need to get some hats.
Tim, we're working on it. I have seen one finished. Let me see. I might be able to pull the picture up. Stand by.
Yeah, working on hats. Before the winter hits, we want to get some hoodies going and make sure we cover that base. I mean, hoodies are never a bad idea, and no matter where you're at. Oh, boom! There we go. Tim, what do you think?
He's also doing black. So my buddy Craig Andreessen here locally bought a machine, and he said that on a hat like this, because he's still learning, we don't have this scroll down there, so the OSS scroll isn't on that one.
Yeah.
But the reason being is he said that he's still trying to refine the little stitching and stuff. So I said, for now, just go ahead and make me one with just OSS on it. So he moved it down and centered the OSS into the oval. Tim said he needs it. All right, let me get on Craig and see what these are going to run us and see how quickly he can spit me out a bunch. If you need anything else done, just a shout out to Craig. He's doing a giant 12-inch OSS patch for me that is going to look like this, and that's embroidered, and he ordered flame retardant stitching or thread.
Nice.
and he's going to make it into a patch, and then I'm going to put it on the back of my fire suit.
That's solid.
Yeah, so he can do some stuff for us. I'll hit him up for some hats. He's also got black hats, and they're the floppy kind of hats like these, which is personally is about all I wear because I like it to be. I don't like it to set up like this.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I'll get him, try to see if he can spin some of those out, and then maybe we can spit him some funds for spitting those out for us.
Well, good stuff, man. Well, I'll tell you, we've got a few other big announcements that are going to be coming in the future here. So stay tuned with what we're working with Operational Speed Supply. And as always, Brian, it's good talking to you and hearing about your adventures out in Charlotte. And we're excited. We're about 2 weeks out for these next events, man, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, man, it's going to be great. Get to see you in 2 weeks, and then a month later at the Nashville Good Guys.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Good Guys event's coming up. That's going to be a new location this year for them too. Last few years, they've been running out of Titan Nissan Stadium, which is where the Tennessee Titans play. This year, they've moved to Nashville Super Speedway. Different area, different layout. So it'll be a really good time to get out there and see how that goes.
I don't want to give it away, but we do have some very exciting news coming up soon with some sponsorship stuff that we've got going on. So we're really, really excited about that. So, if you're watching, keep paying attention. That's going to be pretty exciting for us when that news drops.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Well, stay tuned, folks, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Back same time next week for our next SITREP. But at this point, you guys have a good night.
See you guys.